Anyway, my name is Melka Panda. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. For today, again, we're going to be doing a official Tekken 7 guide. So I hope you guys are interested in learning how to play Lucky Chloe. Lucky Chloe, first of all, I would say she hits really hard. She is very good at poking, but risky. That's like the best way I can describe Lucky Chloe is high risk, high reward, and you have to force the risk. You have to force mix-ups. She has mix-ups. She does. They're simple mix-ups, but you have to take the risk, and we're gonna get into an explanation of why she is like this. She has a lot of tools. She has a stance, which is her back turn. She is one of the other characters that does have a press turn, and then she can do stuff in back turn, but the only thing that she can do in back turn is grab, a couple punches, some kicks, and a roll. So we're going to talk about what her strengths are, her weaknesses are, and also explain how can she be effective in battle. Or just anyone in general. Alright, let's get to it. First of all, before we go into our move list and we start discussing things, we're going to go to punishment training, because as I would always love and like to teach people, is that once you learn a new character, try out punishment training. This will give you an idea what your character's punishments are, from 12 frame, 10 frame, to 13 frame, 14 frame, even launch punishing moves, such as 15 frame or 16 frame. So always start with a character, doesn't matter who, but if you really want a specific character that you're trying to learn, then pick that character and pick whatever character that you want to learn. And figure out their punishment, what moves that you should be using to punish with. So let's get started. So this move is minus 14. Alright, as you can see on Julia's side, the frame advantage, it says minus 14. And the game is telling me I should do down, down forward, 3-3. Why? It comes out of 14 frames. So that's the move I should be using. I can use any move that's under 14 frames as long as it hits. But the best option is down forward 3-3. Now let's see why. It does 35 damage. So if you know that it's minus 14, use that. Oh yeah, this is a sneaky Julia play. You can low parry this. It's always low parryable. Never gets scrubbed out. I mean, that's one low parry move you can do. But yeah. Anyway, so this is War Drum. So you have to block both. So it's minus 16. Lucky Chloe has two different versions of hop kicks. And that's the wall combo that you should be using. There. I mean, she has two different ways to launch punish, and we'll get into that. So that's a mid-low. This is minus 26. The game's telling me I should hop kick. Just do that. So now you're going to understand, like, oh, this is a launcher. I should probably use that, right? She has a launcher. That's good. That's good. You're understanding your character even more. So this is minus 14. The game is telling me the same thing. Down forward 3-3, which comes out at 14 frames. Does 35 damage. So always remember that. You gotta be quick on that. Alright, so this is minus 18. Still, do a hop kick. And we're gonna talk about the reason why Lucky Chloe's hop kick is probably one of the best, but also one of the riskiest. Don't bump. Bump, bump. Alright, so this is minus 13. So the only moves that the game is telling me that is, you know, useful in this situation is her Wall Rising 4, which comes out at 11 frames. Mostly everyone's Wall Rising 4 comes out at 11 frames. So this is minus 13. What else can I do? Does Lucky Chloe have a 13 frame move Punisher? Or 12 frame, even lower? Which is that. Same thing, minus 14. If I can hit it. The YouTube curse. The Twitch curse. So minus 14. Also minus 14. Minus 13, so the game is also telling me do 2-2. Do 2-2. There's also a perfect frame for that. Launch punishable. Do. Simple, right? So, the game, what it has told me that every time you learn a new character, so Lucky Chloe has a launcher, which comes out at 15 frames, a 14 frame Punisher, has great range, just if I can show it to you guys. So it's about like 2.3, like at tip, 2.4. It has great range. This is a great 14 frame Punisher. Great 14 frame Punisher. And also, if the first hit hits, it's going to connect the second hit. Also, the game is also telling me that Lucky Chloe's 2-2 is a 12 frame Punisher. You should use it with caution, and I'm also going to explain why 2-2 is a high risk, high reward. Anyway, but yeah, so 2-2, 12 frame Punisher. You can do a lot of stuff with it. And also, Wild Rising 4 is your best option for anything that's like minus 13, minus 12, and minus 11. And it gives you plus 8, so you have a lot of frame advantage. And also your 10 frames, which are 1-2. Yeah, pretty much 1-2. 1-2. Just 1-2. That's your 10 frame. Nothing simple. Alright. So let's talk about some things, alright? Yeah, we might as well talk about her rage first, because last time when I did the Lei Wulong guide, we didn't talk about rage, we talked about rage at the very end. But anyway, so this is Lucky Chloe's rage art. She has one of the most unique rage arts in the game, in my opinion at least. It's also a rhythm game, so you have to perfect frame it, and I'll talk about it. So her rage art usually is very unsafe. It is a low. So she'll hit low. If you don't press any buttons, you'll get about 50 damage, right? Boom. So if you hit all perfect frame, you get additional 15 frames. So I think it's like, if you get 1 or 3, it'll add damage. And she'll do different animations. So you can mess up the perfect frame. Same thing. If you get 3, you'll still be 50. If you get 4, it should be 60. If you get 5, 65. So you need to practice. So anytime she hits the character, you'll gain additional damage. So it's 3 for 50, 3 for 50, 4 for 60 damage, and 5 for 65. So it really depends on you. But yeah, there's nothing really anything else special about this. It's just that she is probably one of the only characters, I believe, that you can gain 15 points of extra damage. Very good. Only use it if you know that 1, your opponent is gonna press a button, 2, use it as an ender, and 3, don't be using this in the wild. Don't be just throwing this shit out. But the only thing I would say that makes this rage art good is that 1, the damage, but 2, it's a low. And it hits pretty far. It hits pretty far. So practice it. Practice the perfect frames. Alright. So her rage drive. Her rage drive, in my opinion, is probably one of the most scariest shit ever compared to Anna's. So Lucky Chloe already has wild crouching moves, but the thing about this one is that it has an automatic launcher, and it's mid, and it's safe. So you're +4. It makes the opponent crouch. So that gives you +4 advantage. Now, if you did it, like, you can't do it because it has to be during hit with the 1+2. But if you do get it, it's a shit ton of damage. 72 damage. So, why is this scary? Well, similar to Anna, Lucky Chloe has a launcher. Lucky Chloe has a low. It really depends. She has a lot of tools that you can really enforce on your opponent to make them scared what the hell you're going to be doing next. Am I going to go for a low, or am I going to go for a mid launcher? Or am I going to go for this? If I can hit it. But yeah, same thing. creates Oki potential if you get it. Creates Oki potential. And I'm pretty sure that it wall slaps. Yeah, it does. It does wall hit. Like, one more point of damage. But that's good. That's awesome. That could really save you in a very dire situation. So the cool thing about this is that you can do it while standing. And get that blue stuff. There, she also has a perfect frame, just FYI. You gotta practice it. But if you get it, you get the blue stuff. But yeah, you can do it standing. Don't look at me when I'm trying to teach you guys. But anyway, yeah, you can do it standing. And if you just do the first part, oh yeah, you can also turn back. So if you hold back, that you can do something else with it. I mean, that's another option you can do. But like, yeah, so you can do it standing, or you can do while crouching. And that shit's scary. Really scary. So, you have options. You definitely have options. So just learn how to do this move. Also learn how to do the perfect frame. You gain 6 points of extra damage if you get the perfect frame. But other than that, that's her rage drive. And also, again, it's safe. You're +4. It continues. Very good range. But it can be sidestep, I believe. So it's 3 hits. It's 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. They're all mids. They're all mids. Okay. Simple. Alright, let's continue on. Alright. I wanted to explain that better, but yeah. You guys could get the idea. Alright, so Lucky Chloe. So Lucky Chloe has a lot of moves, as I said, are high risk, high reward. And that's what makes her unique. Lucky Chloe, if you let her, she can be a character that does so much damage. Not compared to Paul or like any other character, but Lucky Chloe, if you let her, she can do a lot of damage if you let her. So let's talk about her. We'll go down her list, same as Lei Wulong that I did in my other guide. We're going to talk about each move. We're going to talk about their usage, what you should be using, etc., etc. Alright, so 1, 2, 1. The first hitters will always connect. All the time, every day, all day. We'll show you. I feel like I'm going to have to show you. Let's stand. Also, we will be discussing wall combos. So I have my character, I have my opponent try to block the second hit. So the first hit will always hit. Okay? See what I'm saying? The first 2 hits will always connect. It's a high mid. Kind of opposite of Lei. It's a high mid, simple. This is your 10 frame. Get used to it. Love it. It's very important. This will be your best friend all the time. You can sidestep it if you want to. All the time. Like, it's there. But that's pretty much what she got. And you're just going to have to figure it out. So don't just be throwing her jab out like this. Because if you do, people are going to figure it out. And they're going to like, oh, I'm going to duck and punish you. Anyway. So, 1, 2, 1. It launches you. I mean, not launches you. It kind of like throws you, knocks you away. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Pretty good stuff, right? No, I think on counter hit. Yeah, nothing really much damage. Not bad. Cool. This also has a wall bounce. So always remember that. So say like. Pretty sure I can get it. I can show you guys. Okay, do that. Bam. But yeah, you can use this to get a wall bounce, continue your combo, gain extra damage. Not that bad. But yeah, you can do that. Anyway, continuing on. It is -11, so just be careful. The first 2 hits, you're -4, you lose your turn. First hit, you're +1 on block. And the third hit of 1-2-1, you're -11. So just be careful. You lose your turn, and you can get punished by a 10 frame. Or 11 frame if the character has one. If your opponent has one. Alright, same thing. To mid, also mid. But which one's safer? The 1-2-2 is safer. And it puts you in while crouching. And we're going to explain, like, why is Lucky Koi's while crouching scary? So you should use that to your advantage anytime if you can. That's why you see me all the time, like, doing 1-2-2 because of that very reason. And why I do that a lot. Anyway, continue on. So 1-2-2. It knocks down. She does this ring around with her arm. She slaps the fuck out of you, hits you on the ground. And what can you do after that? Well, you can do Wild Rising 3. If you get that, that's all natural. That's all guaranteed. 60 damage. Right there. All the time. That's beautiful. I love it. 60, almost 60 damage. But that's a lot. That's really a lot. And it doesn't matter. Like, even if the last hit hits, you can still get a free Wall Rising 3. That's guaranteed all the time. And it's also -4, which is also nice. See? -4. You lose your turn, but she's in while crouching, and that's scary. I'm gonna explain that why. Alright, next move. 1-2, 1+2. It's slow, it's a high, it's +13 on a hit. Use that to your advantage. It's also a normal hit. You can do 1+2. It screws. Oh shit, I thought that would work. What the fuck? But yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, so it does screw your opponent. And what I mean by screw, it creates a combo. Combo screw, that's what I mean. It also tracks. Very nice. Has good range. Has decent range. It counts out multiple hits. 2 hits. Last hit has a lot of range. First hit doesn't. She moves forward. And it tracks. So if you know your opponent's just like trying to backdash and then sidestep you and try to do a sidestep move, you can, just be careful. You can't just put out 1+2. It catches people sidestepping. Both sides. It's really nice. It's good. Does good damage. I'm not pretty sure. Oh shit. Yeah. And on counter hit, it screws. Combo screws. So use that to your advantage. So if you can just be playing neutral. And if you get them pressing buttons and you whiff punish that, then you get a combo screw. Really nice. Really good. On block, it's safe. Yeah, safe. It's -2. Probably one of her good moves. Not the best, but one of her good moves. I say good because you lose your turn, but it still has good range. You're not as minus on block, so that's what makes it also good. You're only -2. You can regain that turn way back. The only weakness towards this move is just that it's a high. So just be careful. Just be careful when you're trying to like play neutral with someone. All right, continuing on. 2-2. All right, so 2-2 has a perfect frame. Back in season 1, this perfect frame was very difficult to do. Not as difficult if you practice, but in season 1 it was difficult. Season 2, I think they upgraded so now you can hit it much easier. So if she says lucky, that means you hit the perfect frame. And that's only for some moves that she has. But there's 2 versions. When I'm trying to mess it up. Yeah. So the first version, it'll give you +4, it doesn't knock down. You see? Not that bad. I mean, it's still bad, but that's not what I meant when I'm... Yeah, nothing on counter hit, nothing special. Now, if you get the perfect frame, you knock them down, and you can get a free Wild Rising 3 and a back 1. Well, how much damage does the first one do? 25. It's decent damage, not that bad. but you should be careful when you use it because it's a high, and that's probably one of the weaknesses it does have. So yeah, just be careful on that. Also, the second hit, if you perfect frame it, you get a knockdown, and you get 10 extra points of damage. Very useful, very important, and we'll talk about that. Guaranteed, always, every day, all day. That right there, that's 55 damage. Just easy damage. Now, you have to practice it, trust me, but at the same time, you can still get it. Just practice perfect frame. Not that bad, right? Alright, let's talk about what's on block, though. You're -9. You lose your turn, but you're still safe. Careful. But, same thing, if you perfect frame, you're still -9. So it's good, because you get a lot of benefits, but the perfect frame, you gain some damage, and the perfect frame has more knockback. So there's benefits to both sides. Benefits to both sides. If you hit the perfect frame, you're -9 and get more knockback. If you don't, you get -12. We don't want that. We don't want that, right? So you want to always go for lucky, even though you want to take that high risk. Always go for the perfect frame. Because you go regular, it's -12. You don't want that. That's bad. Very bad. So always go for the perfect frame for 2-2. It's a good 12 frame punisher. So say like Julia whiffs. Get free damage. And set up for Oki. Back one. Always back one. Back one picks up people. All the time. See? Picks up every damn time. Okay? Use that. I mean, there's other moves that you can use. You can get a free low if you really want to. Oh, I thought that was really hit. Anyway, continuing on. So yeah, that's 2-2. Just use it with caution. It's a high, and if you do not do the perfect frame, it's -12. So always practice the perfect frame all the time. All the time. Alright, continuing on. So Lucky Koi, I think it's season 3, I believe? Yeah, season 3. Or, yeah, season 3. And season 4. She got a couple new moves, which make her very important. Like, more useful, to say the least. So, 2-3. Alright, it's a high-low. And this is one of her mix-ups. So you have options. So say like your opponent's like, knows that the second hit, he knows that the second hit, or she, or whatever, like knows the second hit is a high. So they're going to be ducking. They're going to try to duck that shit. But she has a low. She has a low. So you can mix it up. And now you're going to play the mind games. This is where the mind games are going to start coming in. Because she has the ability, Lucky Koi has the ability where she can really make her opponent think twice about trying to duck her, or trying to, take the hit. So it's a weak 50-50. It's a very weak 50-50. But it's a simple weak 50-50. The reason why I say that, if they plan not to duck it, then they're going to get hit with the 55. That's just how it is. But if they do not duck it, on +8 on the second hit. Just to remind you, the second hit is low parryable. The second will always be low parryable. So that's just the thing you, as the Lucky Koi player, have to take, and the opponent has to take. But yeah, you're +8, and it forces crouch. It's pretty great. Now on guard. Oh yeah, the first hit is -4. You're -11. So just be careful, I would say. So yeah, 2-3, it's risky, but it's the mix-up within it. So as I talked about, Lucky Koi does have mix-ups here and there, but her mix-ups you have to work for just to make sure you can get the damage and beat your opponent. She is a risky character. Lucky Koi is a risky character, but that's what makes her unique. Her risk pays off, and you can really force someone to fail like really simple checks on her mix-ups, and you can get great damage. That's what makes her really good, in my opinion, at least. All right, so yeah, that 2-3, use it. It's a mix-up. A lot of people fall for this all the time. Just be careful. All right, 3-4. 3-4 is a launcher. It's a launcher. It's a string launcher. That's the best way I can put it. Comes out 15 frames. And the second hit, it's not true. It's not a true string. Just remember that. See? It's minus 14. So, and also when I say true, this is a true string. I mean, this is a true combo right here. The first two hits, 1-2, will always hit. All the time, every day, all day. But 3-4, it's not going to hit. The first hit will hit, but the second hit won't connect because it's too slow. So yeah, it is minus 14. Just be very careful. This is the risk that I'm talking about. So if you plan to get it, you get a full launcher. And I get this with a lot of people. And the cool thing about 3-4, you can delay it. You can delay it, and that's the cool thing. And many people, many opponents forget that this is +4. So you can throw this out. It's not that bad. You get +4 and plus frames. But the thing about it, the first hit, you're -7, so you lose your turn. But the thing I like to do, because if the opponent knows that you want to do the launcher, because it is punishable, it's minus 14, I just do 3. I just do 3 all the time. And this confuses my opponent. They're like, is he going to go for the launcher? And I'm stealing their turn. So try to mix up the mind games within itself. Like, I use this move a lot. It is a high-risk move. Very high-risk move. But the reward is very nice. Remember, you can delay this. I'm delaying it. So this is the fast version. That's the delay version. Pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, but yeah, the wrist is very nice. And again, you can do many other combos if you want to. But yeah, this is a high-risk move, but very important if you get it. So just be careful. You can delay it. You can do 3 if you really want to. Just keep doing 3 and confuse your opponent. It's one of my favorite moves I like using with Lucky Koi because I like taking the big risk. Just be careful because it is very punishable on block. But yeah, you can delay it and you can just press 3 and steal your opponent's turn. You are +4. You are +4. Just remember that you get the first hit. Alright, double swing. Like I said, this has good range. The second hit will always reach. Has more range than the first hit. Also, if I can get it, it will screw your opponent. All the time. It's the second hit. So on not counter hit, it's not gonna screw your opponent. You'll get +13. That's good. That's great. That's awesome. But on counter hit, it screws your opponent. It combo screws. So that's very good. That's good. And you're -2 on block. The only weakness towards this move is that it's a high, and that's pretty much it. It can track. It has a combo screw. That's great. That's awesome. Like, many Lucky Chloe players that I see don't use this move as much. Like, it's there. Like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are afraid that they're gonna get launched because this is just a high. That's the only weakness towards this move. It's just -2 on block. It's combo screws, and it tracks both sides. It makes sure that your opponent, like, if they like to sidestep, they're sidestep happy. Just throw out 1+2. It's awesome. It's great. Use it. Good. Has good range. Second hit, at least. Alright. Let's talk about this move. Alright. So just remember, as I said, Lucky Killer is just a high-risk, high-reward character. Let's talk about the first move. So, forward 2-1. You have to understand Lucky Chloe at neutral is scary. She is very scary. Very, very, very scary. Because she has a lot of tools in her kit that makes her able to control neutral. She can play footsies with you, really, if we're being really honest. But yeah, anyway, forward 2-1. It's the same thing as 1-2-1. It's just you just take the first hit off. So you're just doing that. So you're +7. All right, you're +7 for 4-2. All right, has great range, very nice range. About 2.7. 2.7. Look, I am this far. This far. Okay, okay. So like 2.6. Let's be nice. We'll be generous. So 2.6. This hits. This hits. Use this move as a whiff punisher all the time. Always, 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 always. See? It still hits. This is like one move that I see a lot of players do, and I sometimes forget to do this myself because I'm usually worried about the hop kick because it has a lot of range, but let's not talk about that. Yeah, 4-2 is very good. Very nice. Very good. Has a lot of range. Use it, and it wall bounces for 4-2-1 does. 4-2-1 does. That's FYI. Anyway, yeah. It's good. Use it. Same thing. It's -4. It's a mid. It's good. But if you do continue the second hit, it's -11. So that's just one of the weaknesses to have. It's a mid. It's nice. Has great range. So use this move. I would say use 4-2. Use this a lot. You're -4. You're controlling neutral. All the time. Control it. Get that poke in. Get that poke in. I would say 4-2 is one of the best moves that Lucky Chloe has that people underestimate. And it's 12 points of damage. It's not that much, but it adds up. And you're like you're controlling neutral. Your opponent's good at defense. They don't know where to come in. You just poke them. Just poke them. Just poke them. And it adds up. Trust me. Little hits add up, especially in higher ranks of Tekken. When you're learning how to poke, this is gonna help you. It will add up. Trust me. It will add up. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. It adds up. It really adds up. And you're +7. It's not that bad. You can probably risk it. It just comes out sort of slow. It's 17 frames. That's just like the only problem. But yeah, 4-2. Just use 4-2, I would say, and you should be fine. Just learn how to poke with her, and you'll be good. All right. So as I said, she has 2 versions. 3 versions to be in fact. 4-2-1, which is the wall bounce. Very nice. -11. You're -4, if I remember correctly. Yeah, -4. Leaves you crouching. Leaves Lucky Chloe while crouching, which is scary. Trust me. She has a lot of things that she could be doing. And she has 4-2-1 +2. So let's talk about these. So 4-2-3. 4-2-1. It's a mid. 4-2-2 leaves you crouching. You're -4. Really nice. And 4-2-1 +2. Same thing. Same properties. Remember what we talked about? Great range. Combo screws. Counter hits. On counter hit, it combo screws. Tracks both sides. Very nice. And it's -2. But yeah, same thing. So leaves him while crouching. And if your opponent, like if you get the second hit, get a free while rising 3. 52 damage. It's still good damage, regardless. Very nice. Very good. Use it. So like the safer options, honestly, out of all those 3, like 4-2-1, 4-2-2, and 4-2-1 +2, is 4-2-2 because you're -4. You sort of lose your turn, but you're also while crouching. I mean, that puts you at a disadvantage because crouching opponents can get launched. But Lucky Chloe has a lot of things that she can use to get herself out, and she also has a wild rise launcher. 2, if you really count it. But yeah, those are the things. But the only thing I want you guys to take out of this is just 4-2. 4-2 is probably one of her best moves. As I said, you're +7. You're still safe. You can just poke at them. But yeah, it's just extensions. These are her additional strings. Same thing as 1-2 with the extensions. Like, it's there. Use it. It's there, dude. But yeah, as I say, the thing I want you guys to take out is just 4-2. Just use this move. And then that's where she has mixed up, because she has 3 variations on those moves. Same thing with 1-2. Alright, hopping. This move, alright, so 4-3, it has great range. It has great range. Not as great as 4-2, but it's there. You're +5. It leaves your opponent at like a stun state, so you can like get some free stuff, or you can put in pressure. So it really depends on you. But yeah, hopping, I would only use this just to like get close to your opponent. If you know your opponent wants to backdash, like just backdash a little bit, just do 4-3. It brings them closer to you. Brings them closer to you. And you go closer too. It's a mid. That's what's pretty good about it. But on block, it's -9. So it's still safe. This is a good poke as it is. The thing, as I said, it's just -16. So you're just putting a little risk because you're making yourself lose your turn, and that's not what you want. But sometimes you're just gonna have to use other moves that your character has just to make sure you get that round win. But anyways, hopping. Yeah, it's -9. Comes out at 16. You're +5. At least your opponent has same state, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, nothing on counter hit. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. The only good thing, like the bad thing about this move, I'm pretty sure they can be sidestep, and it's -9. That's like probably the only thing that's bad about it. So this is a safe move. Just be careful when you're using this. It's pretty good, but at your disposal, you're the Lucky Chloe player. Do what you want to do. But between like 4-2 and 4-3, 4-2 would be your best option, honestly. If we're just being straight up honest. Because I'd rather take the -4. I'd rather take the -4. Yeah, it comes out at 17 frames, but I'm -4, and I have more range compared to 4-3. That leaves me at -9. So, usually 4-2. 4-2 is one of Lucky Chloe's best moves that she has in her kit. Alright, continuing on. Axe Aerial. Oh my gosh. If you really want to scrub someone out, Lucky Chloe has a lot of scrubby shit. She really does. Alright, first of all, this comes out at 27. Not that great. If you see Lucky Chloe anytime she's in the air, because she's airborne. If you look at Lucky Chloe on my side of the stage, where Lucky Chloe is, look at the status. It says standing. I'm airborne. I'm airborne for quite a while, so you can jab me out of it. That's one of the weakness for this move is. But you're +9. You're +9, chat. It's very nice. If you get the hit. If you get the hit. Now on guard, on block, it's weird. It says you're +15, but then you're -4. So you lose your turn, but you just be careful. Be careful. Like the first hit, yeah, you can throw out, but you're still airborne, and they can jab you out of it. Do. So, yeah, 4-4. I would say the first hit's good. Just be careful, because you are airborne. You can get jabbed out of it. Because you're gonna have people who are gonna be like, "Give me that. Give me that. Give me that." Like they're gonna be backdashing, poking you. So you don't want to just throw it out all the time. Maybe once in a while, but just don't be careful, because the range on this move is a little iffy. So about like 2.2, you can just, you know, control the neutral, which is fine. That's great. You leave at +9 if you get the hit, and it leaves your opponent crouching. And you're gonna see that Lucky Chloe's kit leaves a lot of her moves leaves their opponent crouching, and that's gonna be a good advantage towards you as a Lucky Chloe player. Anyway, that's it. Aerial axe, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. All right. So 4-4. This is a launcher. You can scrub people out. So sometimes, same thing with 3-4. You're taking a risk. If you hear Lucky Chloe say double, that's just a sound cue. You can jab her out of it, which is great. Actually, I should probably bring out. Yeah, anyway. No, actually, you know what? I should probably should probably get Lucky Chloe right here. So it gives you guys a better representation on what I'm talking about, so you guys are like, oh yeah, he just says that you can jab her out of it. But like, some people are visual learners, so they rather see it rather than audio learning. So we'll do that. We'll do that. I'll help you guys out. Anyway, so say like Lucky Chloe does this shit. All right. You can jab her out of it. Simple. So anytime she says double, you can jab her out of it. Jab her out of it. All the time. And you can sidestep it. Both sides. So that's what I'm saying, like, it has problems when it comes to double, like, axes. And she's minus 13 on the second hit. So you have options. Like, you're taking the risk if you want to do the double. So thing that we can take out of this is that you're risking for the launcher, and you're risking to be sidestepped, and you're risking to get hit in the air. So minus 13 in the air, get jabbed in the air, and sidestep. So that's 3 things for this, for double axe aerial. So 4, 4, 4. So I would say just use only the first hit because you're not as risky, but if you really want to take the risk, go ahead. But just know that you're taking a big risk for doing 4, 4, 4. It is a launcher. That's the reward. You get the launch. So use it at your disposal. Anyway, forward 1+2. This is probably one of Lucky Chloe's good moves. Good moves. It's debatable. Okay. And the reason why I say that, because Lucky Chloe crushes highs. This move crushes highs. Because she crouches down, and then she hits you with the elbow. So it's pretty good, right? Now if I can show you guys. Oh, wrong one. Okay. Let me try that again. Okay, that should be good. Kinda. It can crush highs, but just be careful. Like at like the very beginning of crush highs, the set like at the last of that hit, it will not crush ice. But anyway. So what's good about this move? It wall bounces. That's probably one of the best things about this move. And it's safe on block. So you get the wall bounce. It's very nice. It's good. Everyone's happy. On block, you're +7. So this is Lucky Chloe's one of her good moves that she has. The only thing, as I said, the only bad thing about this is just that it's a high. It's a high. So just be careful. Just be careful. Alright. But yeah, you can pressure your opponent. Pressure your opponent. It's not that bad. It has good range. Like, decent range, at least. But yeah, you're +7. So use it at your disposal. And it knocks down, so you can set up for a lot of things. And we'll talk about setup. Because it's going to become important. All right, so 4, 3 plus 4. All right. So on regular hit, it knocks down, and you just press that, you get the low. Good, right? So you get 37 damage. It's nice. It's very nice. On block, careful. Oh yeah, you're +8. I forgot about that. You're +8 if you get the third hit down. Has weird tracking. Yeah, so you're minus 11. The first hit, like, it jails you, so you can't really do anything. So it's going to be up to your opponent to figure out what you're going to be doing. And that's why 4, 3 plus 4, and 3 comes into play. So you're taking a big risk. So if you do the full version, you get minus 17. We don't want that. Because you're launch punishable. So now you're either going to risk the low, or you're going to risk the mid. So it really depends on you. It really depends on you. Because you're plus 2 if you get the hit, not really much value. But the first version, you're less punishable, and you get like more distance. So look how much distance I get. So about a full 4 meters. 4 meters of just setting up. Like, this is my space. They can't really touch me if they really want to, but I can play footsies with them. But if I just do the full version, I'm right here. I'm plus 2. Nothing really as bad. The good thing about this move, I would say, is just like a whip punisher, because it has good range. But at the same time, it's just unsafe. So I wouldn't really recommend this string at all, like both of these, unless you really want to. But at the same time, it really depends on you. Like, this really gets people off, because a lot of people are going to be looking for that low, and then some people are going to be looking for that, and most people don't know if that's launch punishable. Minus 17. If I fuck. Yeah. So there's really nothing on counter hit. As I said, if you're gonna go for something, just try to go for the low, because they can low parry you. It is low parryable. Just going for the full version is a risk, because you really don't get much out of it unless spacing and then the plus 2 frames. So it really depends on you. Alright, continuing on. Shut up. Alright, so down 4-1. Alright, okay, we should probably talk about her single button. Alright, so 1, her jab is plus 8. It's nice. 2, plus 7, the high. 3, it's plus 4. It's a mid. Comes out 15 frames. 4, her 4 button is one of her best moves. This is a move that you're going to be keeping people in check. Like, I'm controlling neutral. Like, what are they going to do? I'm plus 2. And I'm minus 9. But you'd be surprised. This move has decent range. Like 2.0. Yeah, 2.0. But yeah, 4 is probably one of Lucky Chloe's best moves. It's only because you're safe. You can really check people, like, if they want to press buttons. You'd be surprised. You'd be very surprised on how many people want to press buttons. This is just a keep away tool. I'm keeping away. Leave me alone. And I'm plus 2. I'm plus 2. So just remember that. And you're plus 7 on hit. On counter hit. So keep that in mind. It's a great button that Lucky Chloe has. Probably one of her best buttons, I would say. So yeah, 4. Always use this. This is your best friend. 4 will always be your best friend. All the time, all day, every day. Okay, continuing on. And down 4-1. Down 4-1 is plus 7. Alright? Lucky Chloe has one of the best down 4-1s in the game. In my opinion, at least. Has decent range. Has good range, actually. Yeah, 1.8, honestly. 2 point, yeah, 2 point, yeah. That's good range. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, it has good range. So anyway, so it's plus 7 on block. You're minus 1. My most down 4-1s, you're gonna be minus 1 at least. Anyway, let's talk about this. So this is your carry tool all the time. This is what you're gonna be using to carry your opponents. Get used to it. It's going to be very important, especially when you're learning about Lucky Chloe, because down 4-1 will always be your best move. Always. And you're plus 7. So that's always nice. Plus frames are always nice. Anyway, twist and shout. Down 4-1-3. So this is also a thing about Lucky Koi. As I said, she has mix-ups. That's the thing about Lucky Koi. She is mix-up heavy. I mean, not mix-up heavy. She... Simple mix-up heavy. There you go. That's what I meant. So, the reason why I say that, because she has many ways to get into down back 3. So, this is the low that we're talking about. Okay? But yeah, she has this version. Oh, that's what I meant. And this version. So, she has 2 ways to go into that. So 2-3 and down 4-1-3. So you can really mix up your opponent. As I said, like you're gonna have to take the risk if you want to go for that low. And if you do get the hit, you're +8. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty good. Pretty good. But on hit, on block, you're -11. It's still low. It can still be parried. Just be careful. So your opponent either has to take the chance of like, oh, am I going to get hit by another mid, another down 4-1, or am I going to get hit by a low? That leaves me on crouch and on +8. So she is taking the risk to be plus on frames. So you're not really getting as much, like, it's a high risk, high reward, as I said. So you're risking it. I'm still punishable on this low. And it's still parryable, but I'm +8 and I leave my opponent crouching. So it really depends on you as the player if you want to take it. But you'd be surprised, a lot of people fall for it. And we're going to go into like mix-ups on why this is a good low, but also a high risk. Anyway, but yeah, so this is your mix-up, down 4-1-3. Pretty good, pretty good, nice. You'd be surprised, always try to figure it out. I'm pretty sure. Oh. It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's a true combo. Because remember what we talked about? This is a true string. So down 4-1-3 is a true string. Same with 2-3. Yeah, but if it's blocked, like the first hit's blocked, they can low parry it. Just FYI. Same thing with 2-3. They can low parry it. All right, continuing on. So let's talk about down 4-2. All right. So down 4-2, and you do wall rising, is her launcher. It's a 15-frame launcher. It's 14 frames. It's decent. It's there. Like, you can't really deny it. It's just pretty standard. It has decent range. Like, actually pretty good range. Compared to Lei, too, and Paul. Yeah, so the only good thing I would say about, like, there's a couple good things about this move. It has good range. It hits for 14 damage, and it's a launcher, and it's 15 frames. The bad thing about this move, it's -13. So just be careful. Just be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. And you also can do it while rising. So which is also nice. It's very good. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, continuing on. Also, there, as I said, Lucky Chloe has moves where you have to perfect frame. Like that. Her rage drive. When she continues that part, so you can get the boost up. And also, she has a perfect frame string. So, if you do this all correctly, if I not fuck it up, you get that. It's a launcher. And usually what you want to do is use it for wall carry and damage. So, it really depends on you, how you want to play Lucky Chloe. Like, it's going to take some time to get used to it. Because now I'm fucking up. The Twitch curse is happening to me. Mayo Bassa saved my ass right now. So yeah, just practice it. It's not that bad. It will do a lot of damage. Like, for instance... Yeah, you can do that. So after a Cali roll, usually, you want to do this. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of, but yeah, her down forward 2, she has a perfect frame mini game. So if you get all of this, it will automatically screw for combo if you don't mess it up. So just practice it. It's not that bad. All right, you'll get it. But yeah, I would say learn this when you're learning how to play Lucky Chloe, because this has become very important on your combo game and how you want to play Lucky Chloe. Like, you can do this a lot, but this is very important for her, for carry and damage. But you can also play Lucky Chloe pretty lame. You still get the combos down, but just less damage. But it really depends on you. But learn this string. It's minus 13 on the down forward too, but it really depends on you. And she has Wild Rising, which it can be good. So say like someone like did a Snake Edge, you did this, and you did Wild Rising 2. That's 62 damage that they're gonna take, regardless. Now, in most cases, you can go the lame way if you really want to, and do this. But it really depends on you. But most likely, you just want to do this. Anytime if you block a Snake Edge or something that's minus 15, minus 26, minus 24, etc. Sick Lord, shame on Lucky. Lucky Chloe. What do you mean shame on Lucky Chloe, man? Lucky Chloe's dope. Lucky Chloe is very underrated. All the time. But yeah. So yeah, welcome Sick Lord. Hope you're having a good day. Much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. But anyways, yeah. So use this for combo, for your combos, and for launching characters that hit you with a very unsafe low. Because at the wall, I got 80 damage for free. That's pretty cool. I hate her, my bad. Oh! You hate her? I can understand that. Like, she's high risk, high reward. That's what makes her scary. Like, you have to be aggressive with her. It's the same thing with Marduk. Marduk, Haorang, or Haorang, if you really want. And Mishima's. But yeah, with her, yeah, she's just high risk, high reward. That's what makes her game like unique to her. But I can understand a lot of people don't like her because of the little games and Cali roll. This shit right here. Learn us how to crush her. Yeah, I'm explaining how to, you know, beat her ass. King too. I mean, yeah, King can be aggressive. I mean, you can say that with a lot of characters too. Like how to defeat them and all that. But yeah, I understand a lot of people get really frustrated. Like, especially new players, you can just do this all day. They won't know how to deal with this. It's an infinite, quotations infinite, but you can low parry it. You can block the low. Like, it really depends. Anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna explain her strengths and weaknesses. High risk, high reward. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, high risk, high reward. That's her whole game. She is very risky, very risky. But that's what makes her so good, though. Her reward is good. She gets a lot of damage and some good plus frames. But anyway, continuing on. Down forward, his damage too high. Her damage or King's damage? King's damage it's moderate in my opinion, at least. He's honest in my opinion. But Lucky Chloe's damage too high? I wouldn't say too high. It's more of like she's taking the big risk to earn that high damage. Now, if we say about Paul is very high damage boy. Very, very high damage boy. Same with Leroy. Same with Julia. Same with Safina, same with Anna, Marduk. Like, those are high damage characters. Lucky Chloe is in the spectrum, like, she has to risk it to get that damage. And play the mini game, the risk, you know, high risk and all that shit. Okay, let's continue on. So I'm gonna get off topic. I'm gonna keep talking and stuff. Anyway, so down forward 3, 2. So there's two versions to this move, alright? So down forward 3 is +2 on hit. It comes out 14 frames. It's very nice. So down forward 2 is a mid. It's +2 on hit. Your +2 leaves your opponent crouching. But the thing about this move that people don't understand about, if I can, is that the second hit counter launches. So if your opponent wants to press buttons, or any time for that matter, you're going to get launched. And that's just how it is. Like that. It just really depends on how you want to play her. But yeah, the second hit for down forward 3, 2 will always counter launch hit. All the time. And you can set up for Oki if you use it as ender. But yeah, there's really not that much, like, weakness towards this string. Honestly, the only thing I would say is that down forward 3, it's -9, so you lose your turn. But if you continue the second hit, you're -6. So that's the only good thing about it. It's not that bad. It's a mid-mid. It's pretty good. It's nice. You're just risking to lose your turn. But you're risking it. It's a safe risk only because the second hit is -6. And if your opponent wants to press buttons, then they can get a counter hit launch. And you get a free combo. Very easy. Very nice. Alright, so... And down forward 3, 3. This is a combo screw. Alright, and this is also your 14 frame Punisher. Very nice. Your +7 on hit has good range. But the bad thing about this move, not that, is that the second hit is -14. So anytime you see a Lucky Chloe player or anyone do this shit, punish, punish, punish. This is -14. Please do. Please, please, please do. Especially against Mishimas, who have, like, Kazuya, Hayachi, Devil Jin, I believe. Like, Electric Wind Godfist. If you can really just punish her. She's taking the risk. Anyway. But yeah, that's the only thing I would say is bad about this move. Other than that, it's +7 if on hit. And also, you can have the carry game. It's not that bad. It has carry game. It carries. It's nice. It's 14 frames. You're +2 if you get hit. But yeah, pretty good. Just be careful. It's -14. But so out of these like two strings right here, down forward 3, 2, into down forward 2, 2. Also it wall splats. The safer option is down forward 3, 2. Only because you're +2, you leave your opponent crouching, and you're not as unsafe, if that makes sense. Because you're just -6 if this is blocked. So the risk right here for this string is not that high. It's a safe risk, honestly. You're just losing your turn. That's all you're doing. But with this, down forward 3, 3, you're risking a lot. I mean, yeah, you get +7 on natural hit, but at the same time, you're -14. So only use this string for 14 frame punish. So if anything is like -14, just use this. That's the only thing. If you want to like risk it and try to get in their head and what your opponent wants to do, then use down forward 3, 2, because you're not risking as much and you get more out of it. But yeah, those two. Pretty good stuff. Alright, so down forward 4. Alright, so this move, I believe they changed like a while back. And let me talk about it. So first of all, she jumps in the air. You can jab her out of it, just FYI. You're +7, which is nice. It's pretty good. Pretty good move. Pretty slow, catches people off guard. On counter hit, oh, baby. It knocks down. It knocks down. And I can get a free back 1. A free back 1. If I really want to. Or, if I really want to, I could do up 3 plus 4. If I really want to. But you really... That's just a free... If I can get it, I can get a free back 1. Easy. Pretty simple. But this is not what makes it so good, though. This is not what makes it so good. The thing about this move that I don't see enough Lucky Chloe players do is that, yes, you can hit, but the thing about this move, you can feint it. So I could just do this all day if I want to. They're going to be like, okay, is he going to go for a low? Is he going to go for a low? What the fuck? And then your opponent's going to get scared. And then they're going to be pressing buttons because they're getting scared. They're like, you're not hitting. What are you going to do? So this is more mind games. Honestly, because way back before, like season 1 and 2, and I believe in 3, you couldn't feint this. No, in season 3, that's when they gave it to her. Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't feint this. But now this makes it more a risk and high reward. And the reason why, because it knocks down, you get a free back 1. Ah, damn that. But the bad thing about this is just my slow. So you're not really risking as much. But the thing about this one, what makes it pretty decent, is that you can feint it and play with your opponent. And you don't really have to, like, just go for this low. You can just feint it and then launch them. Like, you can do that. So it really depends on you, how you want to play her. Like, she has mind games of her own. That's what I'm saying. Like, she can go for a high. She can go for the high-low. She can keep going with this. She can go for the low again. Or she can feint it or go for the hit and you're +7. Or I can just feint it and then launch you. It really depends how you want to play her. But she has those tools that she can do. So this is like a moderate risk. The bad thing about this move is just that it comes out slow. You can hit her out of it. And it's punishable on block. But that's where the feint comes in. So never underestimate that. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. So, yeah. Down step 4. Pretty cool stuff. I like it personally. I need to use it more in my gameplay. Alright, down 2. Down 2 is an interesting move. It's neutral. So, it's neither of you guys' turn, so to speak. But it's still your turn. It's really weird how to explain it. So, down 2 doesn't have like that low property. So what does it have? Well, down 2 knocks down and it's +8. And it's neutral. So it's good here and there. Like, you can really check a person. You can do down 2 into 4, down 2, down 2. Has good range, like a decent range. Take it back, decent range, like 2.0. Yeah, 2.0. So down 2 is good move, but like it's not that much, but it's still good. It's neutral, both on hit and on block, and on counter hit it knocks down, which is great. So you also get a free back 1 if you really want to, just FYI. But yeah, it's a good move. I would say use this as one of her best moves that she has, because you're not risking pretty much anything. You're just, yeah, I'm just gonna hit it. I get free 7 points of damage. I'm pretty cool. I'm awesome. Yeah. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, yeah. Alright, let's continue on. So down 3 plus 4. Down 3 plus 4, the thing about this move, it's very risky. What a lot of people don't know about this move is that you can, I believe, if I remember correctly way back, you can jab her out of it. It's minus 13. But you can launch her. So you can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things. If you ever see a Lucky Koi player, anytime they ever do this, just be sure you can low parry it. It's very slow. And it's launch punishable. So why is this a risky move? Well, first of all, there's nothing really important about this move. It's just very risky. So if you do the first hit, you're risking, like, you're risking a lot. But if you do the second hit, the second string, because she also has a perfect frame. She also has a perfect frame with this. You're not risking as much. But... Oh, not that. That's not what I meant. Alright, there you go. So, if you continue it, alright, you're neutral. You're neutral. But here's the thing about it. She's minus 13. That's a lie. It's launch punishable. Because she's still in recovery stance. You can still launch her out of it. So, just be known that you can still launch her out of it. Don't be fooled by this move. Don't be fooled by this move. And it's not a true string. So, like, if you got hit by the first one, you can still block the second one. Just let her finish it. Just let her finish it. And then just launch her. But yeah, nothing really bad. Just be sure that this move I wouldn't really recommend, only for mix-up purposes, because a lot of people don't know about this move. Okay, so it is launch punishable. Just punish it. And you can low parry it. As you can see, 60 damage. Oh yeah, you can also hit her out of it. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, you can hit her out of it. You can hit her out of it. But it's just better to just let her finish it if you know you want to take that risk for that launcher. Anyway. So there's two things about this. Alright? She has this, which is very high risky. Don't ever do that. Do that. But there's a big problem with this move. Is that just because she hits you with all these, it doesn't mean shit. Yes, it leaves her back turn and it gives her a chance to do a calorie roll. But, Lord Chat Room, alright, let me talk to you real quick. Alright? So we're gonna talk about some shit. You can still punish her out of it. Like, if you're quick enough. Now, you can still punish her out of it. Because it goes high, mid, low. So it's high, mid, low. That's all you have to do. So it's not a true string. You can still punish her out of it. Okay? You still have a lot of time. Alright? Still have a lot of time to hit her out of it. If I can show it to you guys. Yeah, you can still have it out of it. As you can tell, it says punish. So just practice. But it's just this one is more tricky because it gels you. So just be careful. Just be careful. You can't low parry the last hit. So it's just high, mid, low. Okay, you can still hit her out of it. I mean, not hit her out of it. You can still punish her out of it. So yeah, I would say that's the only bad set about this move. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. So remember, even if she completes this, you can still launch her. This, you need to block high, mid, low. High, mid, low. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. So high, mid, low, and you should be fine. And yes, she can go into chair, which is basically that. And anytime she does that, you can still punish her out of it. Anytime. And I'll show you when Cali Roll comes up. Alright. See, up rock touch. This is an armor move. It's minus 12, I believe. No, minus 13. It's a mid. So you're risking it. Alright. Comes out pretty fast. Decent. But the only thing about it is that it has a wall bounce. And it has armor. Nothing really as bad, but just be careful because it's still an armor move. You're still gonna get punished if someone knows how to punish it. Alright, continuing on. So just use it with caution if you know. So say like oh, wrong one. Yeah, just if you know your opponent is gonna press a button, you can use this. Just be careful. It's just safe, unsafe on block. All right, left twist. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about left twist. All right. All right. This move, left twist, down back 3, is where her mix-up game comes alive. So, down back twist, you leave your opponent at -8, you're -11. Oh, wrong one. You're -11, which is pretty bad. You'll get punched by a wall rising 4. But the thing about left twist is that she has a lot of moves right here. All because, so about like, she goes to 47. So she has about 15 moves. All because of left twist right here. She has 15 moves from this one move right here. So she has 15 other moves connecting to this move. Alright, so you're +8. Alright, it's pretty nice. She has extensions. This is neutral. Alright. So down bad 3-4. You'll always get neutral. But this is just like, I want to get the second hit. I want to get that little extra damage. That's not where she comes alive with this. So, a lot of people think it's going to be another low. Alright? Or they'll play with it. So, down back 3, you can, if you hold back, you can go into back turn. And her back turn is scary. We'll talk about that. But yeah, you can do down back 3, 4, and then get that little extra damage. Or go for left twist into 1-2-1. It comes out pretty fast. Same thing, it's a 10 frame. I'm +8, and I'm still gonna get my hits in. So you can really be aggressive. Like, you don't have to go for down back 3-4 all the time. Mix it up. And they're gonna be like, oh shit, I fucked up. So say like you got the first hit on down back 3. If I can get it. So that's 64 plus 17. Yeah, 17. So 64 plus 17, that's 81 damage if I can act correctly. Yeah, that's 81 damage right there. So it really depends on you. But yeah, she has a lot of tools that she can use just because of down back 3. That's where she becomes really kind of scary. Because a lot of people are going to be worrying about this all the time. So that's where you're going to be doing. Just dancing on them. Dance on them. Just remember, it's still low, it's 15 frames, and it's still punishable. But yeah, she can go out of it. And then just pick up people if you really want to. Same thing, same thing. Alright, so there's another thing about this move. Alright, down back 3. She has many extensions. Now, with down back 3-2, if she goes into elbow, there's a thing about that. First of all, it's -7, so you're safe. You're still safe. But the good thing about this move is that it counter hits. It counter hits. It's beautiful. So you're safe. And you can get a combo in. If I can get it. But yeah. Got a combo, Cali roll, life's great. Right there, that's easy. So you're not really risking much. Go for the elbow. Because they added this, and you're safe, and you get a counter hit if your opponent wants to press buttons. So it's pretty good. Use it. And you're +6. You're +6 on hit. Alright, down back 3-3. Alright. Okay, this is a move that we're going to talk about. So on counter hit, nothing really special. Doesn't have anything to do with. But the reason why this move is good is that you get a launcher. And you can carry a combo. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Another good thing about this move, it's safe on block. +4. You're +4 on block. It's good. That's good. Now, if a Lucky Koi player by any chance wants to do this on you, alright? So say like, you can hit her out of it. So it really depends on you. It really depends on you if you get hit. Or like you want to jab her out of it. Yeah, you can still hit her out of it. That's the thing. So never be afraid, but you're taking the risk if you want to take that chance on either being an axial or the elbow. So it really depends on you. But if she gets that, she's +4. So just be careful. A lot of people don't know that you can hit her out of it. So that's the thing you can do against Lucky Koi. If she ever does this, you have a little bit of time to hit her out of it. But you have to be quick on it. So it really depends on you if you want to take the chance on you wanting to hit her out of it. If you do press a button and your opponent does the elbow too, then you're going to get counter hit. So it really depends on you if you want to take that risk. But she's pretty much safe on either option, except for her down back 3-3. But it falls in favor with her though. So just let it be known, if she does do the axial, you can hit her out of it. Alright. Let's talk about scoop. Alright. This is the move right here. It's -7. It's not that good. You lose your turn. But there's extensions towards it. You can go into it. She has extensions to go into that. So we'll talk about that. Alright. Left twist into 4-2. Remember what we talked about 4-2? 4-2 has a lot of range. It has a shit ton of range. Use this move all the time, every day. Poking your opponent. Poke your opponent. Okay? Okay? Just use it. It's very nice. Very good. But the thing about when it comes to the left twist, down back 3 into 4-2, you know how she just goes back and then hits you? That's the thing. She has like a little automatic backdash towards it. So you can evade some shit. So say like your opponent wants to like press buttons. They can whiff a hit or a button, and then she can come in and just do whatever she wants. Like from those 3 strings right there. It's a 4-2, 2 to 1, or 1+2. So like she backs up a little bit and then she hits. So use that to your advantage. Use it, please. Like, you can get so much out of it. Like, down back 3 is probably one of her... It's low risk, but very high reward on mix-up potential. That's what makes Lucky Chloe very scary. Because if you allow her to do these things, like, if you allow her to just do that, now you're in a mix-up. Now, what am I going to do? Like, I mean, it really depends on you. Really depends on you as a Lucky Chloe player. So, it's just how you want to do it. Sick Lord, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a good day. Much appreciated. And to all of my viewers who are coming in and all that good stuff. Anyway, let's continue on. So yeah, as a Lucky Chloe player, you just understand that down back 3 is your one move that you really want to get in your opponent's face. So use this all the time. Use it all the time, if you can. If you can. Because you're going to have people who are going to be like, I'm going to fuzzy guard your ass. What you going to do, huh? You're not going to do shit. I'm going to fucking teabag you in the face. Just be careful. It's still a low. It still comes out 15 frames. That's the thing about it. But if you can get her, if you can, like, get it, down back 3, now you're playing her game. She wants you to play her game. What's the mix-up? Honestly, what is the mix-up? Because, as I said, this is just from one move. And this is how many extensions she has. It's still going. It's still going. I'm still going. Still going. And, like, we end at 47. She has 15 moves, all because of down back 3. So, that's how much you have to worry about. And study if you really want to go against Lucky Chloe. Alright, continuing on. So yeah. She has many extensions that she can do. So that's 55. 55 plus 17 is 72? Yeah, 72 damage right there. So if you mess up one guess, like honestly, if you mess up one guess, that's 72 damage you're eating. I'm being straight up serious. If you mess up one guess and you allow her, that you're just taking a shit ton of damage for no reason. So it really depends on you as a Lucky Chloe player if you want to risk it. But once you get the down back 3, never be afraid to like hit the elbow. Hit the elbow. Now you got back turn. Now your opponent has to worry about Cali roll, which we will get into and we'll talk about. Or they gotta worry about, you know, the little mini game that she has. All right, let's continue. I'm getting off topic. So down back 3 into scoops. Oh, if I can get it. When you try to do scoop, but you play the rhythm game. Yeah. So it just goes into this. It's nothing simple. You're -3. Just be careful, I would say. But yeah. That's what it does. This is what it should do. That's all it is. Very simple, not that hard. It's an infinite. But your opponent, if you continue it, your opponent's gonna be like, oh, I can block, I can low parry their low. So I can just low parry this. Yeah, pretty easy, right? So just be careful when you're ever doing that. Alright, so this is where the additional mind games come in with Lucky Chloe. So Lucky Chloe has, as I said, perfect frames. She has that. Alright. Just be careful. She also has that, if I can not fuck it up. But yeah, she has perfect frames in her kit. That you need to understand if you want to learn or understand Lucky Chloe. So in down back 3, her left twist, which is this, she also has a different mini game. She can go into do that. And as you can see, I can keep doing that if I really want to. So your opponent has to worry about, is he going to go for a low? Or is she going to go for a low? Another low? Like, you can really mess up an opponent very easily, very easily. So that's just the thing about Lucky Chloe. You have to add mix-ups within your game. It's the same with Lei Wulong, honestly. But Lei has easier mix-up potential. For her, she has to risk it. Lucky Chloe has to risk, like, everything to make sure she gets the win. Anyway, let's continue on. So the thing about it, we need to talk about, if your opponent happens to do this shit against you, don't be afraid of it. It's all punishable. All right. So the first hit. Is minus 11. Second hit is minus 13. Third hit is minus 11. Minus 21 on the forfeit. So you'll hear her. You'll hear Lucky Chloe say, all right, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then she'll say 3, 4. And then she'll say 5, 6, and then ooh yeah. So with her, you have to perfect frame everything. You can keep going with it. I already showed you guys how she can keep going with it over and over and over again. Just because of down back 3, she has so many like ways of making your opponent like, am I gonna have to block this low? Or am I gonna have to block a mid? Do I want to press the button against Lucky Chloe? Or like, am I gonna allow her to do this shit? And then we're back in with this low fucking dance on me type of status. Like Lucky Chloe, you have to force yourself as a Lucky Chloe player on to your opponent. That's how you're gonna really win and make your kit really useful. She is meant to be aggressive and force like mix-ups. Like Kazuya with his Hell Sweep and Electric Wind Godfist, that's an easy 50-50. Very dangerous 50-50. But with Lucky Chloe, she has many ways of like confusing your opponent. Oh yeah, and anytime she hits like back, goes back to down back 3, she can still go into whatever she wants. So just because I did the first time doesn't mean I am locked out from all this shit right here. Like, doesn't mean I'm locked out. It just means that, like, I can keep going. And then she can do that. Like, there's just so much that you can do with Lucky Chloe. All because of this one move. So, you have a lot to risk. But that's where her mind games come in, because she is safe on some moves. She has evasion in her moves. She can keep playing over and over. Like, there's so much you can do with just down back 3. Like, you can get away with a lot of shit. You'd be very surprised on what moves that you can get away with, and your opponent, like, if they even don't know how to defend against Lucky Chloe. Anyway, so yeah, it's very important you understand, and also that's another thing you can do. So I want to show that. So this is minus 8, and the reason why I am showing this to you is because I'm going a little ahead in the future. She has a wild crouching 4. This is minus 17, alright? This is minus 8. You see, there's a big difference. Very big difference. Now, if we can just allow it to hit. It won't connect, but that does a shit ton of damage. So, like, it really depends on you how you want to do it. The thing I would say with Lucky Chloe that you have to understand is learn how to time your buttons. Because you're going to get a lot of wrong shit if you mess up this move. You have to wait a little bit. If you don't wait a little bit, you're going to get the perfect frame for this and continue that. So, like, you have to learn how to play the mini game with Lucky Chloe. You need to learn how to hit your perfect frames and not your perfect frames. So, if you want to learn Lucky Chloe, learn how to time your buttons. Especially. And really understand about down back 3, because down back 3 is one of her really strong mixed up games that Lucky Chloe has. Like, she can keep going. Same thing with down back 4-4. It keeps going. The ride never stops. Lucky Chloe's just still rolling through. Like, she does her own shit. She has to be aggressive. She has to go in. That's just her game. Anyway, continuing on, because I'm going to get off track. So yeah, this is just explaining that you can keep going. So I can keep going, and then go for 4-4 and do it again. So it really depends on you. Like Lucky Chloe has so much like shit and mix-up potential that people like are scared of. And the reason why she's put so low, you know, on like tier lists and all that, yes, she hits hard if you let her. But the thing about Lucky Chloe, she is unsafe and she doesn't really have good buttons compared to like other characters. Like Brian, for example. Brian, back one, you know, where he does that elbow shit and he's plus on block and he can be really aggressive, and like his back three, if I remember correctly, or forward three, it's neutral. And he can just keep spamming that, and he has an orbital heal. He has a grab game. Like compared to Lucky Chloe has to force the mix-ups compared to everyone else. Like she has to be aggressive. She has to take risks. That's what makes her so unique, but so good at the same time. So compared to other characters, Lucky Chloe does fail, like not having really good buttons, not really having good range on certain things. Like she still has a little mix of everything. She has a hop kick. She has 2 different hop kicks, just FYI. She has perfect frames. She has mix-ups, but not as strong compared to other characters. Like she has them, just not as strong. And she's still risky. She's still risky because she's really unsafe on a lot of things. But continuing on. All right. Coffee grinder. This is the infinite. That's all it is. So first hit, -3. Second hit, +3. So usually you want to just do the first 2 hits, that's it. And so you can get those +3 frames. But be careful against high tier opponents, like really strong opponents. Because as soon as you keep doing this shit, they're going to figure out like, oh, I can just low parry the 3rd hit. Because that has enough time where I can just low parry the 3rd hit right here. So just be careful. But the good thing about this, just FYI, it has decent range. It has decent range. It's a good poke. It's there. It's decent. Like that's what I'm trying to say, is that she has decent pokes, but they're not as good compared to like other characters' pokes. See what I'm getting at? Anyway, I think there's something else about this, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, on counter hit, you're neutral. That's the thing I forgot to mention. But yeah, if your opponent wants to press buttons, because this does crush highs, because she is crouching, so you can use this. That's the thing. Good thing about this. And on counter hit, you get +12 on the second hit. So say like you did this, like they didn't, like you're just baiting the second hit. You bait the first hit, and then you continue it, and then you get +12. If your opponent wants to press a button, you're +12. That's still your turn. So you'll be very surprised. It's just high. It's a controlled risk. That's like a good way of stating about this move. It's a controlled risk because you can keep going with it and make your opponent like, oh, am I gonna go for another low? Am I gonna keep going? Or I'm gonna stop at 2 and just leave it at that. I'm still +3 on the second hit, but it really depends on you. You have to force the mind games. Like that's the best way I'm gonna have to put it with you when you're playing Lucky Chloe. You have to force that. But it's a decent move. It's a control risk because you don't have to keep doing this all the time. Like you can just do the first 2 hits, or 3 hits, or just do the first hit. It really depends on you. But just be careful. This is her poking. It's probably one of her best pokings, low pokes. Because you're not risking as much. It's still low parryable, just FYI. But other than that, it's good. It's good. Alright, continuing on. Aerial arc. Alright. So this is big Hail Mary launcher. So you see how she scoots back a little bit? So someone, if they're trying to jab check you, you can do this and launch their ass. So a combo you can do is something like that. Something along those lines. So it really depends on you. I wouldn't really be throwing this out, only because it's slow and it's minus 16, and it can be sidestepped. Just be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Like, this is one of those moves where you want to take the risk, and you're trying to go for that big-ass launcher. That's, like, the best way I can put it. But on block, it's a minus 16, so you shouldn't really be throwing this out. And a lot of people don't know that this is a launch punishable move. So, just be careful. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. But if you get that launcher, oh, shit, dude. Like, you can do a lot of shit with it. There's a lot of experimentation that you can do. Alright, continuing on. Hands up. Back one. Back one is your best friend. Will always be your best friend. Back one is one of those moves where you can set up Oki potential. So, like, on normal hit, it flips them over. Like, they have to recover for so long that you can set up for something. What am I going to do next? Like, you can get a cheeky low, like, if you're quick enough. But you're setting up for Oki potential. So, this is kind of good. Only use this for, as I said, like that. Like, when you're picking people up. Because she has that ability where she can pick people up. So, that's what makes her pretty good. Like, this one move in particular, I would say is one of her best moves. Now on block, it's minus 11. So it's a low risk, but it's a mid. So say like your opponent crouches, like they're worried about the low. Like they're worried about this shit. They're worried about like scoot, down back 4, down back. Like they're worried about. Instead of launching, if you want to risk it, instead of doing like a launcher or a hop kick, and they're crouching, set up, and then set up for Cali roll. So like you're forcing yourself to get a setup within a setup, if that makes sense. So yeah, this sets up Oki potential. But the cool thing about this move, and in Season 4 they changed it, or Season 3 if I remember correctly, I think it was Season 3, is that it counter hits. It has a counter hit. So it's a low risk, high reward. And the reason why I say high reward is because you have Oki potential, Oki setup, and you can get a combo after it. So before, it used to launch, if I remember correctly, it used to launch something like this. It used to, yeah, it used to launch that, like that. That's what I was trying to look for. It used to launch like that all the time. It was great. It was nice. But the Tekken team, the Tekken devs, and a lot of people were complaining that back one for Lucky Chloe was too strong. It was too strong. In my opinion, it is strong. But they just gave her a little, like they changed the property of this because it was too easy to get an easy combo. Regardless, even because they changed the property, you can still get a combo instead of O for Oki. Like, that's the cool thing about it. You can still set up for shit and still get a combo. Like, that's 53 damage. I want to recommend that. But, like, you can still set up for shit. That's 62. Just for a back turn. So, like, here's that. Bump, bump, done. That's 62. Okay. And I'm still setting it up for Oki. Yeah, just remember that you can't, like, do down forward 1. So the only way you're able to make this combo work, you gotta jab. You have to jab. But anyway, so you jab, down forward 1, and then down forward 3-3. That's the normal combo way. The new combo way. Take it back. The new combo way. And then you can just set up for Oki. Like, you don't have to run up after you do the last hit. You can set up for Cali roll. And we're going to talk about Cali roll, because that shit's scary within itself. But, like, yeah. You can still combo. It's not that bad. You just have to be fast on it. Not that bad. So yeah. So back one is probably one of Lucky Chloe's best moves, I would say. Just learn to love it. It counter hits. You're only minus 11, so you're not risking as much. It tracks a little bit, just a tad. So, I mean, there's a good side of it. But other than that, it's a good move. This is probably one of Lucky Chloe's best moves that she has, because you have so much to work with. So much to work with. Alright, continue on. Circle clap. Back one. Alright. On natural hit, it lays them down, knocks them down. Pretty awesome. Good. You get a free while raising 3. That's awesome. That's beautiful. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So, back 2, knocks down, leaves him crouching, and you get a free while raising 3. On counter, on guard, on block, you're minus 4. You're minus 4. Same thing. Remember what we talked about? Yeah, you're minus 4. It leaves Lucky Chloe crouching. So, this is a good move that you should be using. You could be using. But it really depends on you. Same thing. Nothing special. On counter hit, nothing. But it's a good move. You're not risking as much. You lose your turn though. That's the bad thing about it. And it can be sidestep. Alright. Let's talk about some shit. Alright. So before, in season 1, when I remember, the only way to get Lucky Chloe to back turn is 2 ways. You do 3 and hold back, or down back 3, hold back, or graceful turn. Because graceful turn leaves Lucky Chloe in a back turn position. So it was kind of difficult for Lucky Chloe to get into back turn, because back turn is where she gets access to Cali roll. And that's what makes her powerful, honestly. But anyway, so let's talk about graceful turn. It screws. It's nice. It's pretty good. It also makes sure people who are trying to sidestep, it tracks both ways, which is nice. It's plus 10, plus 13 if you hold back. On guard, on block, you're minus 8, and it has a little pushback, which is nice. But if you don't go in back turn, then you're minus 11. So it really depends on you. So you're taking the risk of going back turn, because back turn opponents, they take more damage, so you're really taking that turn. But it's just a setup for you and how you want to play Lucky Chloe. So this is decent. I wouldn't be like throwing it out because she is still slow, but people can punish you on it with punishing. All right. Let's talk about back 4. Back 4 is probably one of Lucky Chloe's best moves. I do not care. It's one of her best moves. You're plus 8. It has good range. It picks up. It picks up all the time. Okay? It picks up. Like I'll show you. Yeah, it kind of picks up. But yeah, you'll be using this in combos. If you really want to. Like, you can use it for pretty much anything. But that's not what makes it good. There's many things that makes it good. On block, you're minus 8, and it has a somewhat pushback. It's still safe. You lose your turn. That's a sad thing, but that's not what we're looking for. The thing that makes this move really good... Oh, it counter hits. Oh, that little spiciness right there, chat. It counter hits. It's so beautiful. Like, it's so good. And this is what I used to, like, I still do. I fish for it. I know I'm unsafe. I lose my turn. And a lot of people don't think that just because I lose my turn doesn't mean anything, honestly. I can still just throw this out. You'll be very surprised. Like, this makes people frustrated. Like, out of all the complaints, there's only, like, back 4 is probably, like, one of the complaints that people have against Lucky Chloe. And Cali Roll. And Cali Roll. And her hop kick. But yeah, back 4 is such a strong move on Lucky Chloe. It counter hits. It's very nice. So use it. Use that. Just use back 4. Just throw it out. You really can, honestly. So like, I'm gonna be right here, blah, blah, blah. I'm chilling. Boom. Right there. Easy. I can side step. Look. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Life's great. So yeah, back 4. Great move. Use it. And you're +8 if you get normal hit. So that's awesome. Good shit. So use this move. Use this move. This is a great move. Use it with Lucky Chloe. That's one of her best moves, in my opinion at least. Happy Swing. This is our armor move. Has multiple hits. You're +20. It's pretty good. It's decent. It's safe on block. Nothing on counter hit, just to show you guys. So, you're -8, you lose your turn, but you're safe. Cool, pretty cool armor move. Has multiple hits, but the thing about this is that all the hits are highs. That's just the only thing that's bad with this move. So, she has 2 armor moves. She has down back 1, which is right here, -13. It has a wall bounce, it's armor, but it's -13. Happy Swing, this is the better armor move. Since you're safe and you can apply pressure. And it's pretty much a get out of jail free card. But the only thing bad about it is you lose your turn and it's a high. That's just the only thing. And it tracks a little bit. Alright, continuing on. Lucky turn. Alright, lucky turn. So back in, I think, season 3 or season 2, they gave her this back turn because she needed something to go into back turn. So, like, pretty easily. Because before, she couldn't. As I said, you had to do 3 hold back, or twist, hold back, or graceful turn, which is back 3, and then hold back. So, the Tekken devs gave her something. Like, how can she access her back turn really easily? And that's back 3+4. And it's so good. It's so fucking good. And I mean that. I really mean that. It's so damn good. And the reason why is because she jumps in the air and she can dodge lows. She can dodge lows. Now, I'll show it to you guys, and there's a reason why, like, her back turn is so damn good. See? I still didn't get hit. See? That's a low. See? You guys see that, right? Right? I can dodge lows. That's what makes it good. Like, I can just literally say, fuck your low. That's why. No, it's a great move. So back turn, her back turn, her normal back turn, back 3+4, you can really toy with your opponents. This is an easy way to go into the backside, and this is what I usually do in my gameplay when I play Lucky Chloe. When I'm like right here, I'm like back turning. I'm back turning. I'm chilling. Am I back turning? Am I gonna go for Cali Roll? Like, it really depends on you. Like, I do this to toy with my opponents because they have to worry about, am I gonna go grab? Am I gonna go Cali Roll? Am I gonna grab? Or I'm just faking it and dodge a low, and then hit him out or something. Like, it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. Like, I'm telling you, this is a good move. Learn this, love this move all the time, every day, because it's very useful to get in her back turn and act as Cali Roll. Because this is much faster than this. Like, I'm telling you. So it really depends on you. And also, I like to do it at the end of a round if I won. If my opponent key charges or on me or something, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm dancing on you. I'm chilling. So in a way, you can really think about this as somewhat as haha step, not as good as haha step, but you're just creating space. You're creating space. And then you can go for Cali roll or for anything. So learn this. Learn back 3+4. Understand it. Learn it. Love it. It's going to be your best friend. All right, continuing on. So back towards elbow. That's the same thing. It's safe. It counter hits. Not that bad. It's great. So now we're going to get into like more for back turn moves because she is scary when she's back turn. She is scary. Same thing as Lei Wulong and Master Raven. So back turn 3+4 sets up for Oki. So that's what's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. That's dope. So the first hit is very launch punishable. Please, 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 please do not do this unless you are committed. You are committed. Alright? First hit will just end you. You will die. Don't do that shit. Alright? Complete the damn string. Just complete it. It's slow, but it gives you +1 and it leaves your opponent at -1. So it's still your turn when you think about it. But at the same time, don't just be throwing the first hit out. Don't throw that shit. Right? Because you're just gonna fucking die. Don't throw it out like that. Alright? So just complete the string. The thing about this move actually. So the first hit is -23. Alright? As I said, complete the string. Complete it and you won't get punished. But the second hit is +20 and it sets up for Oki. And then you could possibly get a free back one if your opponent wants to stay on the ground. So like a lot of people, what a lot of people don't understand is that Lucky Chloe is a simple mix-up heavy character. She has to force her mix-ups onto your opponent. So like that's why I'm saying this is so good for Lucky Chloe. Her back turn is playing with your opponent. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna go for a Cali roll? Am I gonna like grab you? Like from back turn right here? Am I just gonna roll and then sidestep? Or I'm just gonna keep rolling and then do Cali roll? Like there's so much things that you can do with back turn with Lucky Chloe, and that's what makes her so strong. But yeah, if I remember correctly, no, that's not it. Oh, I should be doing this instead. Go. Thank you. Yeah, nothing really on counter hit. Just be careful. So when you're completing the string, back turn 3+4, just complete the string. You're plus on block. It's pretty good, but it's just slow. All right, continuing on. Backflip on hit +11. Dope. That's great. All right, it won't leave you at back turn anymore, but you're +11. The bad thing about this, not that, is that it's -10. So it's kind of good. That's the only bad thing about it. It's just slow. You're still airborne, so you can get jabbed out of it. So just be careful on that. All right. Another thing about her back turn is just remember that she can still get hit out of her back turn, but she has a way of getting out of those situations because of Cali roll. So we'll talk about them once that happens. All right. So she can still do this shit 1+2 even on back turn. Remember what we talked about? It has a lot of range. It combo screws and it tracks both sides. It keeps your opponent in check. Same thing with 4. You're just checking your opponent. Like your opponent wants to like grab you, punch you, and then you can just hit him with that. So remember, apply those mix-ups. That's what makes Lucky Chloe so strong. In her way. Anyway, continuing on. So in back turn, you got scoot, same shit. You're neutral on the first hit if you get the hit, if they press the button on counter hit, and the second hit, you're +12. So just, you know, you have options. You have options. You can do what you want. Like, you can grab, as I said, Cali roll, go for a low, do 1+2, high. Like, you have options. Use those options. I cannot emphasize that enough. Like, you have to force the mix-ups, dude. Like, that's the only way you're gonna make Lucky Chloe work. Like, I still think that Lucky Chloe can really beat a lot of top tier characters. But the reason for her is that you just have to be aggressive and apply her mix-ups. Let her play her game. It's the same with Xiao Yu. When Xiao Yu starts getting aggressive, you're playing Xiao Yu's game. It's the same thing with Lucky Chloe. You have to force your mix-ups and let your opponent play your game. So it really depends on you. You gotta force that shit. Alright. She has a low. Alright. This is her low. Alright. It's a slow low. You're plus 11. You can get possibly a free While Rising 3, depending if your opponent wants to lay down. But that's not what makes it good. And the only reason why this move is good is because it's just a slow low. It just knocks him down. Just be very careful. Not that. It is launch punishable. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be very careful when you do this. Like, you have other lows that you can do. You can do that. That's the safer version. Kinda. If you complete it. Just be careful. Alright? It's an option. It's still an option. But at the same time, just be very careful, I would say. So, it really depends on you. Alright, continuing on. Alright, okay. So let's talk about this. This string is good. And why is it good? Well, and back turn, it's -3 on block, the first hit. So back turn 3 + 4, safe. You lose your turn, but it's safe. You can press your opponent. Second hit, not safe. Not safe, not safe, not safe. So your best option is honestly just 3 + 4. Just 3 + 4. That's the only buttons, if I may, that you should be using in back turn. Because you're +4, you're safe on block, but that's not why it's good. On counter hit, oh my gosh, it has so much. Just for one move. It's so good. So good. That's one of Lucky Chloe's best buttons, honestly. 3 + 4, back turn. Use this. It's good. Use it all the time. I cannot stress this enough. Like, you'll see like higher tier Lucky Chloe players use this, but most of the time you're just gonna be seeing Cali roll, like intermediate, advanced players. So use this. Lucky Chloe has it. You get a counter hit launcher. You're plus on hit. You're still safe on block. Like, use it. Don't complete the string unless you can get it. But I wouldn't recommend. Just use back turn 3 + 4, and that's it. Alright, continuing on. Alright, this is where we talk about Cali roll. This is Cali roll, alright? It ducks. It crushes highs. Alright? It's a bullshit, like a really bullshit move. Honestly. So why is it bullshit? Well, your opponent is risking a lot if they're going to hit you out of it. But there is a lot of weaknesses towards this move. And we'll talk about that. So, you can roll. And I'm still in back turn. I'm chilling. What are you going to do? Are you going to press the button? Oh, look. You press the button. Now I get a free combo. Because you press the button. That's 92 damage when I didn't do the wall combo. But that's 92 damage. Because you were too scared and you wanted to press the button. Damn, it really sucks to be you, huh? Like, she has other options that you can do. That's 113 damage. If I get wall combo. So, that's why people are scared of her. All because of you fucked up one guess. And now half your life bar is gone. So about like 70% I just took away. All because you fucked up one guess. One guess. Like, people say Akuma was scary. I mean, Akuma's still scary, don't get me wrong. He's still a cheap bastard. Same with Geese. Like, those two characters they break the game in a way. But all because you messed up one guess and now you're just losing your health bar. Bye-bye. That's all it. And if I... Oh no. Oh no, my child. If I get rage... If I get rage... That's 116 health gone. I just want to let you know that. And that's 123. That's right there. On rage. So when I say Lucky Chloe hits like a truck, like she hits hard, if you let her, she hits hard. Very hard. And that's with perfect frame too. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Cali roll is very scary when you are playing Lucky Chloe. Like, it's scary. Like, she is similar to Paul if he has rage. If you allow her. But Paul with rage is just, you don't touch that child. That you leave that child alone. You leave that child alone. But Lucky Chloe with rage is very scary if you allow her to get the Cali roll. But yeah, that's just me. Anyway, continuing on. I mean, she can do more damage. She can do more damage. Like, there's other ways she can do more damage, but we're not on the stage. Anyway, continuing on. So yeah, so she has a 4 roll. This is called Cali roll. Love it. Remember it. As a Lucky Chloe player, this is one of your best friends. Okay? Alright? This is applying pressure. You know how much scary that shit is to the opponent? All because I'm doing this. Either I'm going to go for a Cali roll, or I'm going to go for a grab, or am I going to go for a mid, or I can go for a low. That's what makes Cali roll so scary. I mean, yeah, it crushes eyes. Believe it or not, it crushes eyes. Like, for instance, I will show you. Some people are like, well, show it to us. I will. Let me show it to you. See? You saw that, right? It crushes eyes. Kinda. But majority of the time, you're gonna be crushing the highs. See? That's just how the game is. So, you can have people who are like, I'm scared, I'm gonna press a button, I'm gonna jab. The best way you're gonna get out of Cali roll, and we'll talk about the weaknesses, because there's a lot of weakness towards Cali roll. But just be careful. Love this move, love Cali roll, apply pressure, and force mix-ups. Because Lucky Chloe has mix-up potential. She has a low, she has a mid, she has a high, she has a grab. All that available to her. That is all available to her. Use it. Use it. Apply the mix-ups. That's how you're going to be a strong Lucky Chloe player. Alright. So this is chair. Alright? This is when you don't finish it. I wouldn't recommend this at all. If you really want to do this, go ahead. I mean, it's your choice. But you're just losing out on damage. So if I just complete it, that's 58 damage to me. So it really depends on you. Now, this is what you want. That's what you want to do. Alright? That's what you want to do. Complete the whole thing. Alright? Alright, let's talk about Cali roll, alright? Because a lot of people are afraid of this move. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. It's not that bad. Alright? So, I set the Lucky Chloe to do her back turn. See? You can still sidestep her. And you can still hit her out of it. like, you have ways of like damaging her, like punishing her. That's what I meant. Like, that's just a couple ways. But it really depends on you as the player if you want to take the risk. So, say like that happens, alright? Okay? So just know, you can hit her out of it, but you're taking that risk as the opponent. So, let's talk about this. You can hit her out of it. So if she completes the first hit, you have to be fast and hit her out of it. Like that. See, you're seeing this, right? You can hit her out of it. Don't be scared. If you block it, if the opponent wants to like be aggressive with you, just hit her out of it. On the first hit though, she does those hits, and you have to be fast. If you don't, you're gonna get counter hit. So you can hit her out of it. She has weaknesses. Also, sidesteppable. It is sidesteppable. Okay? Her right side, mostly. And left side. So you can sidestep. See? Like, she's sidesteppable. Very sidesteppable. But that's where the mind games, like, come in. Because there's weaknesses. You can sidestep it, you can hit her out of it, as you can tell, right there. You can hit her, like, sidestep and then launch her or whatever. But you can, if she completes it though, if Lucky Chloe completes it, she's -8, so she's still safe. That's like the thing about it. Also, if your opponent, like, if you know your opponent wants to, like, they know the matchup really well and they want to switch it up on you. So what I mean by that is this. Okay, so say like they do that. All right, they say they do that. I mean, you can still hit her out of it. You just have to be really fast though. See, you can still punish her out of it. Like, that's still a punish. Right there, you can hop kick her if you're fast enough. Just remember, it has a lot of evasion, just you have to get up and close and personal. That's still a punish. You guys see that, right? Like, it's still there. So, anytime a Lucky Chloe player does this shit, punish them. Punish them, punish them. They're not invincible. See that? I can still get a combo. Still punish. Still punish. She's not safe. Right there. You guys see it. It's there. So don't be afraid of it. Alright? It's scary, but just sidestep it. Just sidestep it. Alright? And especially if the Lucky Chloe player is like right here and they're doing this shit like that, sidestep it. The only time Cali roll is scary is when they're right here. Like, neutral. Like, right here. Because I'm in your face now. Am I going to go for a grab, high, mid, or low? Either or. Or am I going to go for a Cali roll? So you're going to see a lot of people, like top tier and professionals, they'll just sidestep it. They'll just sidestep it so they don't have to worry about it. But there is weakness within her Cali roll that you have to understand. So use that to your advantage. Use that info to your advantage. I hope that helps you guys, like, have relief stress or whatever. So you guys understand that, yeah, Lucky Chloe is not that strong. She has weaknesses like every other character. Just remember the reason why I say that, because she has to force her mix-ups. So your opponent may be looking for this and they're not sidestepping. Well, I can go for a grab. So you have to play your game to make Lucky Chloe strong. Like, that's the only way you're gonna make her useful. And like putting pressure, because now your opponent has to take a guess. Like, am I gonna be pressing a button? Am I gonna be hop kicking, hitting her out of it? But like the thing about it, I can just do that and still get a hit and combo you to death. So she is high risk, high reward. So that's why I always do this. So it's putting pressure on my opponent, because they're going to be worried about, like, oh, now I got to worry about Cali roll. Oh, no, he went back to fucking, like, normal state. No, I'm going to keep going. Just don't make it a habit. Don't make it like, oh, he's going to do 2. And then go for Cali roll. Mix it up. And then do a grab. Or just sidestep, jump, whatever. Like, mix it up. Mix it all up. Lucky Chloe has a lot of stuff that she can do. From Cali roll and out of Cali roll. Like, there's just so much, dude. Alright, continuing on. I think that should be enough about Cali roll. Alright, down, up, 4. This is her unblockable. It is slow. It launches, creates up OP potential that you can do set up for back turn and Cali roll. But there's a secret about this, alright? It carries. See? It carries. That's what's so cool about it. I think this is like one of the only moves that you're allowed to carry. So you carry with back 4. So you got to go up. It's a tight spacing. It's very tight spacing. See, if I was a little late on that, and I'm not able to carry. So yeah, you can do that. That's a little secret tech for the people who want to learn her. You can do that, but I wouldn't recommend the unblockable because it's just too slow. It's too slow. But you'd be surprised. You'd be very surprised. Some people like, oh my gosh, like I'm not gonna move. What are they gonna do? It really puts people like at like you're just checking your opponent if they're gonna do anything. Only uses, I would say, like at the wall, I would say. So if your opponent wants to get up, like you have to create a setup. So like that, honestly, it has a weird tracking, honestly, but you have to set it up. Like you have to set up this unblockable. There's not really any guarantees, but it really depends how smart your opponent is. If they can like sidestep it or they can hit you out of it, because she can still get hit out of it. She can still get hit out of it. Anytime you do this pretty much move, you can't block. You can't do anything. You have to let it go. So that's the thing. Anyway, spinning beats. This is kind of good. It's safe on block, and on natural hit, it's plus 12. Nothing on counter hit. You can get a cheeky low. Pretty simple. I use this at the wall. So say like I'm here. It hits like on the ground. It hits on the ground. Like that. So that's a little extra damage that you can do. So for instance, oh shit. Do that. Do that. Like that. So if your opponent is not going to tech roll or anything, you can get like 9 points of damage. Or 11 points. So that's just, this is a move like you use at enders. You can just throw it out if you really want to. You're safe, but you lose your turn, and you're plus 12 on hit, and on natural it knocks him down. But it's a pretty cool move. It's a new move that she got. Pretty nice. Alright, let's talk about her hop kicks. Because she has 2 hop kicks. I'm pretty sure they never talk about her second hit. Shut up. Yeah. So she has 2 hop kicks, which is up forward 3 and up forward 4. There's differences in this, okay? Alright, so let's talk about up forward 3. So up forward 3 has a lot of range. As you can tell, for just a hop kick. Like, it has good range at 2.0. 2.1. Yeah. Good range. Very nice. This is a high risk and high reward type of move. The reason why, it has a lot of range. You can use it at neutral if you want to. Or at far. Or just go back a little bit. Because there's differences in the frame data. So if you go forward, it's launch punishable. If you do neutral, it's launch punishable. If you do back, it's still launch punishable. But the back one, you're creating so much knockback, it's going to be difficult to launch punish you. So if you want to do the safer version of up forward 3, do back. Just do back. If you really want to. But the thing about it, you're not getting the hop kick. Within itself, you're not getting the combo within itself. So only use this if you know your opponent doesn't know how to punish this, or they even know how to launch this, or use it for like neutral and then get the hop kick. It has a lot of range, that's a good thing. It's carries, which is pretty nice, and you have 3 versions of it. So that's nice. You got forward, you got neutral, and then you got back. Well, a little knockback. Alright? As I said, the only bad thing about this is just launch punishable. So just be very careful. Very, very, very careful. But it has good range. Very great range. So, use that to your disposal. Okay, so the other hop kick that they don't talk about in Tekken for some reason, I don't know why, because Tekken has this habit where they don't teach you things. Like, hidden things about Tekken. She has another hop kick. And it's up forward. I'm going to like, I can't think right now. Is up forward 4. There you go. So up forward 4 is minus 13. This is the safer version. Safer version. This is the safer version, alright? So this is minus 15, minus 13. This one doesn't have range. This one, up forward 3 has range. So as you can tell, you're sacrificing range for safety, if that makes sense. So up forward 4 comes out 15. Up forward 3 comes out 15. It's just, it comes out, it's launch punishable, and up forward 4 is minus 13 with shorter range, but it's a little safer, not that bad. So let's talk about the difference. So up forward 3, 13, which is nice. Up forward 4, 13, which is nice. So about 55. So 55. They do the same thing. So like, it really depends on you. Only use up forward 3 for range, and though you can get the whiff punish. Only use up forward 4 if you want to play it safe. So like, if your opponent knows that up forward 3 is very launch punishable and they will punish your ass for it, just use the safer version. You're minus 3, and you're not taking much of a big risk. So that really depends on you. Alright? I hope that helps you in some way. Because she has 2 different hop kicks. Up forward 4, safer, less range. Up forward 3, not safe, launch punishable, but more range. So, depends on how you want to play Lucky Point. Anyway, continuing on. So, her double leg. So, up forward, 3 plus 4, 3. So, the first hit is minus 8. So, just finish it, I would say. But she has another way going to back, left twist, down back 3, which is good. She needs waste. She has 2, 3, down forward 1, 3, and then she has up forward 3 plus 4 to 3. So she has 3 ways, well 4 ways if you just count just down back 3. She has 4 ways of, you know, getting into her left twist. And remember what we talked about? She has many ways to play with, honestly. Like down back 3 is very important in her kit. Use it. So she has many ways. She has many ways. But yeah, continuing on. Same thing, remember? Same thing. You're still safe. Remember what we talked about? This move, down back, 1 plus, not 1 plus, 3 plus 4. You're still safe. You still get the counter hit. So, see, it's still there. So like this string in general is, I don't know. Like honestly, I wouldn't just put it out because you're wasting your turn. Like, if you really want to just be really blunt. On counter hit, you're -7 at the tip, which is fine, but it really depends on you, honestly. But it's there, so you can go to the left to it, down back 3, and get 1 plus 3 plus 4. So that really depends on you. It's there if you want to use it. You don't really see much Lucky Chloe players use it, but if you want to use it to your own gameplay, go ahead. It's going to be important. Anyway, continuing on. All right, forward. Kitty cat. Hold on, real quick. Come on, let's go. 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 I don't care. Come on. Thank you. Come on. Let's go. Thank you. Kitty cat was on a place. We don't want her to go on that. Anyway, well, I had to stretch. Anyways. Anyway, continuing on. Dodgeball-kun, welcome back. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you. But hello. Hope you're having a good day and all that good stuff. Anyway, continuing on. So 443. So 443. It's decent. Comes out 18 frames. On block, it's safe. So use that to your advantage. I would say use it as a whip punisher if you can. It's there. Wall slats. It's alright. Oh shit. On counter hit, nothing really simple, but you set up Oki, so that's nice. On hit. So it's decent. It's good. It's still safe. You set up Oki potential. You're safe on block. But other than that, that's just pretty much what it gives. The only best thing is just Oki potential. Oki setup. Continuing on. Scoots. Alright. 444. You're +3. Alright, has a lot of range. Pretty good. Pretty nice. On block, though, you're -1. So, this is a good move. Good move to have. Good move to use. It's a mid. You can use it. On counter hit, I believe. You're +12. Same thing, because this is the move that they're doing on. Is that move. So, it's +12 on counter hit, so use that to your advantage. It's a good move to use, so it's good stuff. Alright, double corkscrew. That's what it does. Alright, just to show your reputation. Do the double. So when you do this move, do the string, you just want to do the first hit because you get the launcher. And then you get a combo. Very simple, right? Unless you want to continue it because you're +22 and you get set up for Oki if you want. But the thing about this move, if you finish it, you're +4. Second hit, you're -4. So this is a good string in general. It's one of Lucky Chloe's, I want to say best strings, but it's a good string that she has. It's a great string. So it really depends on you. Really depends on you on how you want to use that. The second hit launches. The fourth hit, you're +4 on block. So it really depends on you. I was getting tired of the same song. Anyway, continuing on. Alright, so what we're talking about, this move. So same thing, back turn, it's the same shit. Honestly, you're still safe. Counter hit on if they try to press a button. So she has ways. She has ways. So like, you can do stuff. You have many strings that go into many other strings. So don't forget that. So like you can do that if you really want to. Oh shit. Do that. Like she has a mix-up within a mix-up within a mix-up. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like there's so many things that you can do with her that you're just forcing like the mix-up onto your opponent. Like they have to guess. They have to guess whether to press the button, whether to hold the block, or you know, just do nothing. It really depends. It really depends. So yeah, she has many ways of going into things. And you can keep going if you really want to. You can go with this. So you can do 4-4-4 and back to scoot, which is that. So like she has a lot of things that she can do and go back and forth. So she has many strings that go into her strings. Same thing. -3 neutral on counter hit. And +12 on counter hit. And +3 on normal hit. Alright, so while running 3, let's talk about this. While running 3 is probably one of Lucky Chloe's best moves. Why is that? You can set up Oki potential. It does a shit ton of damage. Not that. 27 on normal hit. On counter hit. 32 damage. Same thing. Pretty nice, right? Wow. Wow. That's not the thing that one makes this move so good. The reason why it makes this move so good is +6 on block. That's great. It's sort of similar to Dragunov's while running 2, but it doesn't launch compared to Dragunov. But this has a lot of plus frames. So learn how to use this all the time. Like I'm telling you, this is going to be one of your best moves for Lucky Chloe. Apply pressure. Apply pressure. So it really depends on you. This is a good move for her. Good move for her. On hit, does great damage, Oki setup, and you know, it teaches you how to do neutral, how to do this move on neutral, especially here. If you can get this down just at a short range, then that's what's going to make you really good. It's going to make you much better as a Lucky Chloe player because you're +7. So use those those frames to your advantage. It's a good move. Learn this move. All right, let's go. Thank you. All right. This is one of the new moves that Lucky Chloe has gone. It's double cast spin. So while running, 3+4. It's an interesting low. A lot of people fall for it. So you can just do it. So she has a 50-50 within her while running. She has her mid while running 3, which is great. Use that move all the time when you can. And she has a low that knocks down. You're -8. That's the thing about it. But the thing that makes this move risky, it's launch punishable. It's very launch punishable. So you don't want to just be throwing this out all the time, but just throw it out once in a while because a lot of people are caught off guard. But just be careful. Other than that, it's decent. I wouldn't like just be throwing it out, but it's decent. All right, continuing on. All right, while rising to 4. This is your 14 frame launcher. So Lucky Chloe has an option to launch people who are -14 and leaves you crouching. And you can get, you know, pretty simple combo. Not that bad. Pretty simple. Not that bad. On block, it is... First hit is -5. Second hit is launch punishable. So just be careful. So a lot of players that I know, and a lot of players that I watch, just use the first hit. Because it's safe. It's a mid, which is very, very, you know, not that bad. I mean, you're better off with a Raw Rising 4, but at the same time, you could be just faking it out and then go for the launcher. But just be careful. It is launch punishable, as many people have stated. Alright, continuing on. While Rising 3. While Rising 3. Oh, man. Man, this move is great. On normal hit, it sets up Oki, flips him over, so you can set up for Oki. On counter hit, though. Oh, man, does it launch? It hurts. So what can you do out of that? Pretty much that. You get a really good amount of damage, decent combo. Not that bad. On block though, it's minus 12. So I would say this is decent. It's decent for Lucky Chloe. It's a mid, but it's minus 12, so you're not really getting as punished. It comes out at 15 frames. But it's still good for Lucky Chloe though. So what we talked about, it's good for like picking up. Like if you know that your opponent is gonna press a button, because this move, she crouches even more down so she can crush highs. And it wall splats, so that's nice. Pretty dope, pretty good stuff. Learn this move, it's pretty good. But just use it with caution. Alright, now we're getting to the while crouching moves. So her while crouching game is scary, only because she can keep making it her turn, if that makes sense. So while crouching 1 is +4 on counter hit. You can get a combo after it. If I can get it. I mean, that's one way. But yeah, it's a low. Pretty nice. At least your opponent crouching. The thing about this move, though, it's minus 14. That's like probably like the only bad thing about this move. So like you're while crouching, am I gonna go for a low? That's a low. Am I gonna go for a dick jab? Or am I gonna go for a launcher? Like, it really depends on you. But yeah, that's while crouching 1. It's risky, but it has a high reward. Alright, okay. So this is while crouching 2. I would say this is one of her best while crouching moves. It combo screws, it tracks both sides, so your opponent doesn't want to side step. So like, say like your opponent wants to side step, they're scared of you while crouching. They can just side step. Oh look, I did while crouching too. Now you're still playing my game. What's the mix up? What's for breakfast, man? It's -7. It's still safe. But thing about this, a lot of people don't understand, is just that you're still gonna be your turn regardless. On counter hit, nothing really much, just a little extra damage, not that bad. But this is one of her best while crouching moves that she has, that she is safe on. Damage wise, it's not much, it's just 15 points of damage compared to like while crouching 1, which is minus 14. But this is better. And it wall swaps. Alright. While crouching 4. While crouching 4 on normal hit leaves your opponent staggered. So you can get a combo after it. And I'm pretty sure you can hold back. No, you can't. Okay. But yeah, you can get a combo after that, honestly. Go to calorie roll, back turn. But yeah, good 70 damage and above. But the bad thing about this move, where is it? And while crouching 4, you're -17. So that's the bad thing about this move. You're launch punishable. But that's what makes her scary though. So am I gonna go for the while crouching 4, or am I gonna go while rising, or like I'm gonna go while crouching 2, or while crouching 1? Like, she has options, but it's just a risk though. That's the thing about Lucky Chloe. She's just high risk, high reward. That's what makes her scary. But also just high risk. Alright, continuing on. Cattail. Alright, so this is another way to going back turn I forgot to mention. So you're +2 on hit, it's a low. Not that bad. But the thing about this though, it's -9. Do not be fooled by this actually. It may be safe, but there's a thing about this. There's a problem with this. Alright, so let's go to record. So say like the Lucky Chloe Flare does that, alright? She can still get punished. you can still get punished regardless. Because the frame data may say -9, but you can still launch her out of it regardless. Now, if she did back turn, cat's tail, back turn, and then go back to normal stance, that's going to put her safe. It's going to put her at safety. So she has time to block. She has to block. See, I can't really do anything. Kinda. If the opponent is so slow on it. But yeah, you can still punish her, but if she holds back turn, she is still kind of safe. So it really depends on the person if they time the back turn on the Lucky Chloe player. So just don't be fooled by this. You can still punish her out of it. But also the thing you need to worry about, that just because she's in back turn doesn't mean that you can escape Cali roll. So that's just a game that you have to play with her also. So just be careful of this move. It's deceiving, but it's not that scary. Alright, so she has taunts. You can dance on them, nothing really special. That's pretty much it if you want to dance on them. Her 10-hit combos. Oh yeah, but you know, you get the thing. You get the thing. I can't do them. Leave me alone. She has her throw. She doesn't really have a throw game, so to speak, but somewhat. The only other throw, she has all generic throws, very simple, not that hard. But the thing about her throws, they leave her at neutral. So I guess that's the only thing that's good about her throws. They just leave her at neutral. 2+4 switches the sides, so if that's useful for you guys. If your opponent is like really used to like the player 1 side, you can switch it up and put them on player 2 side. But other than that, she doesn't really have much of a throw game. Oh yeah, back throw, you're +3. But yeah. Anyway, continuing on. So she has another move. She has another move that makes her decent. So she has a move called Lollipop, which is a pretty cool name. It's down forward, 1+2. Very simple. It's nothing special. It's a 1+2 break. I will show it to you because some people were like, well, show it to us. Show it to us. See? That's all it is. So the thing about, and you're taking the risk with this, you're -6 if they break your special throw. Down forward, 1+2. So you're -6. You lose your turn. Just remember that, because some people were asking like, oh, why did this hit me, or blah, blah, blah. Well, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. It's the same with Lei, because his 2+4 grab puts him at like -5 or -7. So you're losing your turn. But to break this grab is a 1+2. But that's what makes her somewhat better compared to other characters, because this is a 1 break, this is a 2 break, and then she has a 1+2 break. So what makes this move special? Well, she goes under the opponent, and she's +8. So what can you do? You can do anything, honestly, because they have to guess. They really have to guess. So you can do anything, 1+2, and then hit it back 1 if you really want to. Or if they're not going to turn, because they're probably going to turn. They're going to have to block anything. Or you can go for a grab. And it really depends on you. But they have to block. And they're probably going to hit you. They're most likely going to be scared. They're like, I'm going to hit you. There's nothing you can do. But just remember, you're +8. Use that to your advantage. Alright? So it's not that bad. Not that bad. But other than that, that is pretty much it for Lucky Chloe. Like, I pretty much explained her weaknesses, her strengths, and what she can do and cannot do compared to other characters, and her best moves. So her best moves, just to recap, are 1-2, back 4, what else? Her hop kick, which is a high risk, while crouching 2, her left twist, down back 3, because she has mix-up potential. She has a command throw, not that bad, pretty good. Decent poking, not that bad. Oh yeah, one move. Oh, I forgot one. There's one move that Tekken doesn't talk about. This move. This is shit. Don't use this move. Don't ever use this move. Only use it for like enders or combos or some shit when they're at the wall. And the reason why. So say like this. It's just for extra damage. That's all it is. But this comes out at 16 frames. It crushes highs. That's the only good thing. But down 3, you're -3. But that's not the thing that makes it bad. You're launch punishable. That's what makes it bad. And on counter hit, there's nothing. See? Nothing. So do not try to use this move at all. It doesn't have range at all. It's like 1.8, 1.9. Not even 1.5, honestly. Hey, Sector, how you doing, man? It's not that good, so to speak. So I would say just be very, very careful for using down 3. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much Lucky Chloe. That's pretty much Lucky Chloe, honestly. I don't know if you guys have questions about her or like what I should do with her or anything. Other than that, like, I would say just learn her best move, which is back 4. Her strings, down 4, 3, 2, or 1, 2, 4, 2. One of her best moves. Use it for the love of fucking anything that you believe in. Titties, hentai, fucking Lord Umbasa, the Cosmos. Use 4, 2. 4, 2 is your best friend. This ain't Guilty Gear. You're right. I'm proud that you said that. Because I still need to play Guilty Gear. But yeah, 4-2 is your best move. Your hop kick is high risk, high reward. She has a back turn, Cali roll. So don't forget about that. She has perfect frames. Back 1 is your best moves, one of your best moves. Wall running 3, if I can not fuck it up, is one of your best moves. She has a back turn. She has like many things, and also down back 3, and she also has perfect frames on her rage art. So I think that should explain Lucky Chloe. As I said, Lucky Chloe is very high risk, high reward. As I said, you have to force your mix-ups on your opponent. It's just one of those things you're gonna have to understand that Lucky Chloe has. She has a lot of weaknesses, but she also has a lot of strength. That's what makes her good, though. So it's really about, like, yes, if the opponent knows that, yes, Lucky Chloe has a lot of weaknesses, but use that to your advantage. Fish for it. Fish for back 4. Like, fish for back 1. Fish for a hop kick. Like, she has options to bait your opponent. Just because she has a lot of weaknesses, you can turn that into an advantage. Like, they're gonna think, oh, Lucky Chloe, she's weak. Why would anyone play her? But that's the thing. She has mix-ups. Like, a lot of people forget about that. She has things that people don't learn about. She does a lot of damage. She has a wall game. If you really want to. She has a grab, special grabs. Like, use those to your advantage. But other than that, yeah, Lucky Chloe. Lucky Chloe dope. I like her. She's really fun. And she was the first character I ever played in Tekken 7. It's the first character I actually ever learned in Tekken 7. So, I find her so fun to play. I mean, yeah, I play a lot of Lei Wulong, but I will always be a degenerate Lucky Chloe player. Because this character is, like, makes the game fun for me. I love this character so much. But other than that, yeah, man, Lucky Chloe is dope. I don't know if you guys have questions or anything. You guys want to say, like, oh, what should I worry about? Blah, 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 etc. Like, feel free to answer in the chat. I don't mind.